You. Well, the search continues for 23-year-old Ashanti Allen, who is 8 months pregnant and has now been missing for 6 days. Allen last seen at her apartment complex near NRG.
Yeah, unfortunately, Caroline, there's not much of an update right now. ECU Search, as you said, is out here near Buffalo Speedway and Airport Boulevard looking for 23-year-old Ashanti Allen, who is 8 months pregnant. So unfortunately, time is not on our side here. She's 8 months pregnant with a complicated pregnancy.
Tonight, a desperate search is underway for a missing woman who is 8 months pregnant. We're talking about 23-year-old Ashanti Allen, last seen at her apartment complex last Friday.
And right now her family is worried, saying they haven't heard from her since.
So there's a woman missing out of Houston that needs your help. Not only is she missing, she's also 8 months pregnant. She was last seen with somebody. Now the big media, ABC, NBC, they're not giving out his name or who it is, but I'm going to tell you exactly who he is, the name, and not only that, he has a background. So this is why the family is worried. Stay tuned, Fugitive TV. Welcome to Fugitive TV. I am your host, Ray Marcel. And what we do is we take a look at cases. A lot of cases of missing individuals, cases that they need solving that's been unsolved. And a lot of times what we do is we take a look at it from a different perspective. Now, see, I was once on the run from the law myself. I ran for 15 years. I lived in different countries under different names after I committed some white collar crime. Now what I do is I'm a motivational speaker. I own several businesses. I have this YouTube channel. I help family members locate missing individuals and help them locate other fugitives that need to be brought to justice. Because why? I know exactly what it takes to be on the run. I did it for so long. Well, today we have a case of a missing individual and a possible fugitive. And not only that, a case that needs bigger spotlight. There's a case out of Houston, Texas. Her name is Ashanti Allen. Ashanti Allen is 8 months pregnant and she is missing, you guys. So she definitely needs help. Her family is in desperate need of searching for her, or I should say trying to find her. Right now, there are some leads. They have an organization called Texas EquiSearch that's searching for her too. So they're searching in locations that they think maybe she can be in. And what makes this case very odd, they don't think she ran off because of her mother got a text message early in the morning or late at night, however you want to put it, around 3:30 in the morning. Okay. And from this text message, the mom doesn't think that, hey, she doesn't talk like this. Not only that, the way it all happened, disappeared, is strange, as in her pretty much leaving with the mother's vehicle, the mother tracking down the vehicle, but another individual was driving the vehicle, okay? But her daughter Ashanti was not there in the vehicle. Well, we're going to get into this. Let's read a couple articles because, you know, I don't like to read one article. I like to read a couple because every single article will have different information. And then after that, I am going to give you the details on exactly who she was with, possibly where he could be at, all right? And the background history on him. Let's look at this.
So her and her mom, they actually lived together in the same apartment complex, Haven at Main, and her mom tells us they were just attached at the hip. She was actually the last person to hear from Ashanti when she got a text at 3:50 a.m. on April 10th from her daughter's phone saying, quote, "I'm leaving and I'm not coming back."
This from here is from click2houston.com. It says, time's not on our side. Search expands for missing pregnant Houston woman, Ashanti Allen. The search is intensifying for a missing Houston woman who was 8 months pregnant as volunteers and investigators expand efforts near the area where she was last seen. 23-year-old Ashanti Allen has now been missing for 6 days. Her family says they are growing increasingly concerned and desperate for answers. Texas EquiSearch set up a command post Tuesday near Buffalo Speedway and Airport Boulevard, close to where Allen was last seen. The nonprofit search organization says it has significantly ramped up its efforts. We have done some banks of the bayous and waterways, and everything you know were mapped out in many areas, said Miller. Miller says crews have been searching since Sunday and are continuing to follow up on tips and leads, though none have led to Allen so far. Time's not on our side, Miller said. We get more fearful that something has happened. Search teams spent Tuesday combing through woodland areas, brush, and nearby spaces using drones and even ATVs. Now, Allen's mother, Teresa Gaines Colbert, says the last time she saw her daughter was April 8th, when Allen drove her to a medical appointment and returned home to her apartment building. Just 2 days later, she received a text message from her daughter's phone that immediately raised concern. About 3:50 a.m. on April 10th, I received a strange text that says, "I'm leaving and not coming back." Her family says the message does not match Allen's personality or her current situation. She was happy she had her first apartment. She was happy that she was having a baby. She's happy she got her a new job, a family member said. So why would she all of a sudden at 3 o'clock in the morning say, "I'm off and leaving and not coming back"? Colbert says she immediately went to check on her daughter, but did not find her at her home. As the searchers nears a week, both volunteers and family members say the urgency is increasingly, especially, it's important because she is pregnant. Miller says while there is no confirmed evidence of foul play, there is no indication Allen left on her own, which is very true. Every day that goes by, we get more fearful, he said. For Colbert, the emotional toll is overwhelming. I just feel helpless, she said. Texas Equisearch crews wrapped up Tuesday's search around 6 p.m. and plan to resume early Wednesday morning. Miller says the search could continue to expand as more information comes in. So we read that one. Let's read something else that might give us some more details. All right, so this is from Missing Black People, the Forgotten's Post. This has more details, actually. This says Ashanti Allen, 23, is missing out of Houston, Texas, and her case is especially urgent because she was 8 months pregnant and considered high risk at the time she disappeared. She was last seen on April 8, 2026, leaving her apartment near Main Street. 2 days later, on April 10th, her family reported her missing after becoming increasingly concerned for her safety. In the early morning hours around 3:50 a.m., Ashanti's mother received a text message from her phone saying, "I'm leaving and not coming back." Her family says that the message is completely out of character and does not sound like something she would say, especially given how close she was to giving birth. When her mother went to check on her, she found that all of Ashanti's belongings were still inside, the apartment baby clothes, her hospital bag, and everything she would have needed for delivery were left behind. The only thing missing was her white Lincoln SUV. Now that's the vehicle we're going to talk about as well. We're going to get into that. Aiding to the concern, Ashanti had been experiencing pregnancy complications and was using a wheelchair at times, making it even more likely that she would leave on her own without the preparation or support. Now, she was having complications so bad with her pregnancy that she was 80% wheelchair bound. So 80% of her time, she was in a wheelchair, okay? So because she was in a wheelchair, you would think that she is not mobile enough, especially on her own, to go out about and do this, all right? Investigators have received surveillance footage. Now here's the more details. Investigators have received surveillance footage that reportedly shows her leaving with another person who may be the child's father, which we are going to get into, who has a long history of domestic violence towards women. Police are working to see who she left with, but details about that individual have not been fully released. Well, I'm going to. Search efforts have expanded into the nearby wooded areas along bayous with crews and using drones and ATVs in hopes of finding any sign of her. Her family is desperate for answers and believing something is seriously wrong. A reward is being offered for information that could help bring Ashanti home safely. Ashanti is described as a black female, 5 feet tall, 150 pounds, with brown hair and brown eyes. And if you've seen her or know anything, please call 832-394-1840 or Texas Equisearch. Now, here are the last texts that was sent She sent a text saying, just felt so dizzy. You still need the key. Then a reply was, no, I'll go tomorrow, still recovering. Then the next text, Thursday, 11:59 p.m., just checking on you. Friday, 3:50 a.m., the response was, I'm leaving and not coming back. So, Thursday, they sent her a text saying, just checking on you at 11:59. She didn't reply back until 3:50 a.m. saying, I'm leaving and not coming back. Okay? Now, that was how many hours later? 1, 2, 3, pretty much 4 hours later was when there was a reply. All right? And then you see, started sharing location with Ashanti the next day at 2:05 p.m. Now we're going to take a look at this one too, okay? Because like I say, each time you come across a different article, you get more details, all right? So this one is from the Vanish and Missing International Group. 8 months pregnant, a packed hospital bag left behind, and a text that doesn't make sense. The disappearance of Ashanti Allen, Houston, Texas, April 10th, 2026. Ashanti Allen's 23 years old. Then it goes on to tell us, that she's pregnant and she has been missing since April 10th. Her family says this is not just concerning, it is terrifying. Ashanti was last seen at her apartment complex on Main Street near NRG Stadium, okay? She was due to give birth next month and have been experiencing a complicated pregnancy, including fainting spells that sometimes required her to use a wheelchair. She wasn't preparing to disappear. She was preparing to become a mother. Her family says the last contact came at 3:50 a.m. and that's the text message that I sent you guys, or I showed you guys, which said, I am leaving and not coming back. Her mother, Teresa Gaines, says she knew right away something wasn't right. I didn't believe that she sent that. Just hours before, they had been talking about the future, looking into larger apartments so the baby would have more space. Nothing about Ashanti's life suggested she was planning to walk away. Then things got worse. The family realized the vehicle was missing, a white Lincoln SUV belonging to her mother. When Gaines went to Ashanti's apartment and got a key from management, what she found only deepened the fear. Everything was still in the apartment. Nothing was taken. Nothing was disturbed. No sign she left on her own. The SUV was eventually located, but Ashanti was not with the person driving it. Her mother says she got no clear answers. Where is my daughter? How did you get my vehicle? Ashanti's sister says the family believes she's in danger. We feel like she is not safe wherever she is. We don't feel like she's able to be safe. Texas EquiSearch has now joined the search, offering a cash reward and actively looking for her using drones and ATVs. Even they admitted the situation is deeply concerning. No evidence of foul play and no evidence she left on her own. And still, she is gone. A pregnant woman just weeks away from giving birth vanished without a trace. Her mother now has one message. All we just want you to do is come home. If you are seeing this, we just want to know that you're okay.
Well, that's right. They tell me she's had a complicated pregnancy. She's fainted a lot and has been in a wheelchair at times. And now they just want her home safely. Tonight, a desperate search is underway for 23-year-old Ashanti Allen. Her mom says she saw her daughter last week, but an odd text message left them terrified.
On April the 10th, around 3:50 that morning, a text was sent to me saying I'm leaving and not coming back.
Teresa Gaines, Ashanti's mother, knew something was wrong.
I didn't believe that she actually sent it. We was just inquiring about a 2-bedroom so the baby can have his own room and stuff like that.
The next morning, she says, things took an even more alarming turn. Their vehicle was gone.
So I went down to the apartment manager and asked him to give me a key so I can go inside and look around. All her stuff was there. All the baby clothes was there. Nothing was taken. So that was weird. Even the bag that she packed for her hospital was still sitting there.
And police say Ashanti was last seen in a white Lincoln SUV, her mother's vehicle. Trisha tells me she tracked down her car, but her daughter was not with the person driving it.
Where's my daughter and how did you get my vehicle?
We actually feel like she's in danger at this moment, like she's not safe.
Mom says she got no straight answers and contacted police. She now has the vehicle back in her possession. Now Tim Miller with Texas EquiSearch has joined the effort to find her.
We don't have any evidence of foul play, and we certainly don't have any evidence that she left on her own.
He says they have teams out looking for her using ATVs and even drones.
No, it doesn't look good. Let's hope we can get her back alive. If something has happened, let's just hope we can get her located.
And tonight her family has one message.
We all just want, Ashanti, we all just want you to come home like safe, and please just reach out to us if you're seeing this and you're okay.
Again, if you have any information, you're told to contact the Houston Police Department. You can also contact Texas EquiSearch. They are offering a $5,000 reward. Now we're told the crews will be back out tomorrow.
So this is the man that she was last seen with, y'all. Kevin Fox. He is the on and off again boyfriend. He is allegedly the baby dad as well. And he's also allegedly the last one she was seen with. How they keep saying that she was seen with somebody on video or seen with somebody, you know, or we know she didn't leave by herself. Well, this is the person they fear that she could be with. Now, I'm going to get into more details about him right now that, you know, the bigger media is not telling you, with more details of exactly what happened and how she got her vehicle back, and also Ashanti's phone and how it pinged to where he was at, and also the last ping location. So let's get into that right now. All right, so let me give you just a little bit more details of the situation and what is actually going on. So when Ashanti's mom found out that, hey, something's wrong after she got that text, she started pinging Ashanti's phone, okay? She pinged Ashanti's phone, and the phone ended up pinging to a residence. Now, I don't know exactly if this residence, so Ashanti lived in the same apartment building as her mom. Not the same apartment, but the same apartment building. So I'm not sure if this residence was Ashanti's apartment or the residence was, let's say, another house, an apartment outside of that apartment building, okay? Because we're going to take a look at the apartment building, and I'm going to show you everything on the Google Maps. So this part I'm not sure of, but the mom pinged the phone. Now remember, in our article we read, Ashanti was using the mom's white Lincoln SUV. She would use the white Lincoln SUV to take the mom to doctor's appointments. So this means Ashanti had the key. So this would explain why she had access to the vehicle, because they're in the same apartment building. Well, when the mom went to the residence, all right, she saw an individual pull up. And when she saw the individual pull up, apparently he got out of the vehicle, which is the Lincoln. And not only that, they suspected that he was holding Ashanti's phone. I don't know how they know that. It may be a certain phone case, but they said it looked like Ashanti's phone. He went into the residence. Okay. Then I guess when he came back out, they approached him. He didn't say anything, give up no information. And this was how they got their vehicle back. So they got the vehicle back. I believe the vehicle's in police hands or in with law enforcement. I'm not sure if they still have it. But when this happened, not only that, they called law enforcement, but law enforcement took 2 hours to show up at this residence, I guess, to making a report, or anything like that. So they did call police when they saw this individual get out the car. Now, the person that was driving the vehicle, I'm guessing that this was Kevin, her boyfriend, or on and off again boyfriend, whatever you want to call him, baby father. It was him. And Ashanti was not with him. He was by himself. And at that time, he was not answering no questions. He kept his mouth shut pretty much and didn't say nothing. All right. Well, the mom kept pinging the phone. The phone later on pinged at a park. The park was Edgewood Park. The park is not far from the apartment building. It's only 15 minutes away from the apartment building. But what I found interesting was under Kevin's background report, there's an address that's only 8 houses away from that park. Not only that, Kevin has a brother that has an address that's exactly in that same neighborhood that's right by the park, okay? Now, Kevin's background, he has a simple assault out of Pennsylvania. And this is all public. Simple assault out of Pennsylvania, and then also has an assault already on Ashanti from last year, okay? So he assaulted her last year. And then he also has a weapons charge that he got, I believe it was 2 years jail time on. So he's got a little bit of a record. And his brother has an even bigger record than that. We're talking about assault on a minor. We're talking about weapons charge himself. So they do have a history. I'm not going to give you the brother's name because so far we know right now he's not involved. But it's close niche because the addresses are close to each other. Charges are pretty much similar. They both have assault on a family member as well. What we're going to do right now is we're going to take a look at how far the park was from the apartment building. Plus, I'm kind of going to show you guys exactly the neighborhood of where that park is, where they could be associated with. So let's take a look at this. All right, so this right here is the red dot. Okay, so the red dot, that's the apartment building where she was living at. Okay, so she was living at the red dot by the NRG Center, which is a stadium that's out there, big stadium. 15-minute drive, and you come to right here, Edgewood Park. So apparently this is where the phone was located, okay? So apparently the phone was located there. Now, this is where the phone, I don't know if it was located any, where at, but apparently this is where the phone pinged to last. This is where the phone pinged to last before the phone got turned off. So now I believe the phone was turned off. Now, I don't know if they have the phone back. This part I don't know, but this is where the phone pinged last, okay? Edgewood Park. There's an Edgewood Community Center. And it looks like, it's a park. Now, what I found very interesting was, remember I told you the residence that shows up in his background report. See this right here, Lyndhurst Drive? Lyndhurst Drive actually shows up in the background report. There's a residence on that street, which I don't know if there's a family member that lives there. I don't know if he used to or still does, but it would make sense if the phone pinged there because he can walk right down the street to Lyndhurst Drive. Now, remember I told you about the brother. I said there's a brother too, who his record's not as bad, just as worse. The brother actually there's a house associated with him on Glenhurst Drive, right here on Glenhurst. So you have Glenhurst and you have Lyndhurst. Both of them are right down the street from this park. Right down the street from this park. Now, I told you Texas EquiSearch is searching right now. Sorry, I always want to say, when I say that, I always want to say Equifax, but EquiSearch is searching right now. The area I believe they're searching in right now is the opposite direction. I believe they're searching over here by the Buffalo Speedway, okay, and Airport Road, because you see there's a lot of land right here. So I believe that's where they're searching right now, because if you look at this area, there really is not where it's a lot of land, you can just dump people off. So it either would have to be, if something did happen to her, she would have to be at an address or, in this little small parts of land somewhere. And as you see, here's the record on Kevin: assault on a family member, now the assault on a family member, I believe that's Ashanti. I believe that's what happened with Ashanti. And then you have aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. Now the assault on let's see here. It looked like it was originally a 3rd-degree felony, and then it got pled down to a misdemeanor, okay? Got pled down to a misdemeanor. Now it says it's still active, so I don't know if it's still on probation or anything like that. And then you also have the weapons charge, assault with a deadly weapon. It also was an aggravated. Now that was a 2nd-degree felony, okay? And he got, like I said, jail time for that. He got, it was around 2 years he got for that.
Her mom says this is very out of character for Ashanti, especially considering she's high risk in her pregnancy with the baby boy, oftentimes using a wheelchair to get around due to struggling to walk and sometimes fainting due to her pregnancy. Her family says her apartment is exactly how she left it. Nothing was taken, no baby clothes, not her hospital bag, nothing besides the clothes she was wearing, which the family says they saw surveillance video of Ashanti leaving the complex on April 10th with another person. Her family believes they may know who that person is, which they said worries them even more, but they couldn't go into many details because of the investigation being active. They say she was wearing a black nightgown with a bonnet on her head and carrying a white purse. Ashanti is a black female, about 5'1" and 150 pounds. And once again, she is currently 8 months pregnant.
So this is not saying that, you know, the baby daddy boyfriend did anything, not saying that, but she's the last person that he was seen or that she was seen with. She was last seen with him. Apparently, they were supposed to be moving in together or living together too. So if this is your significant other and your baby mother, of course, people are going to look at you side eye like, hey, what happened to her? And if it was true that you're the one driving the truck, and let's say you were the one that had her phone, which I would believe because I just showed you guys the phone pinged to a park, which is down the street from a residence that's associated with his background. Okay, so is she at that residence? Did you do anything at that residence there? I don't know. I figure I'd give you guys this because it's stuff that I noticed the media wasn't telling you. So I pretty much been researching this case since this morning, hours long on this morning, and I'm bringing you everything that I found, okay? I also plan on sending what I found to the authorities too, so they can, maybe they don't know, I don't know, but hopefully they know, but I'm going to send this to them too. But tell me, what do you guys think? Do you guys think she would have just ran off? Knowing that she was in a or she needed to use the wheelchair. And remember, the wheelchair, everything was still left at the house. So she went off without it. And then the boyfriend's not saying nothing. He's not saying anything. Now, I don't know if he's MIA. I don't know if they're still looking for this man, you know, but he's not a suspect, but I believe he's a person of interest. Okay, definitely a person of interest. Now, let me know what you guys think. Have you heard of this situation? Now, if you have any information, you are welcome to hit me up. Fugitive TV, okay, on TikTok. You can find me on other social media. My information is also below. You can go ahead and let me know if you have any information, any more details you want to add for a follow-up video. Even if you want to come in on this video and talk about exactly, you know, what happened, especially if you know what happened, family member, anything like that. To the family member of Ashanti, or to the family members, I hope you guys find her safe and sound, her and the baby. Okay, I'm sorry this is happening to you guys. It's very, very sad. So I'm hoping they find her soon. And like I said, you guys are welcome to reach out to me as well, because I know bigger media outlets have to keep a certain filter and can't say certain things. But hey, I control this channel here. I can say what I want. All right. Well, please like and subscribe. Definitely share this video. This needs to be spotlighted and needs to get out there. All right. So please like, subscribe, share this video. Okay. Not only share this video, please comment below. What do you think? Do you think that, hey, he has something to do with it, or she went off on herself, by herself, I should say? Do you let me know what city, the state, country you're commenting from? Please, thank you. You've helped my channel blow up so much. I'm almost at 25,000 subscribers in the past year, and I owe it all to you guys. I am one of the fastest growing true crime channels in this sector. Thank you so much. Oh, and one other thing I forgot to mention about Kevin, the baby dad, on and off again boyfriend. His first charge was in Pennsylvania for simple assault that I can see. So if he is MIA, there's somebody in Pennsylvania that he knows or was living with or something where something happened. All right. Figure I'll let you guys know that. But anyways, please like, subscribe, like I said, and Take care of one another, all right? Look out at your surroundings, watch your surroundings, all right? Until next time, Fugitive TV, I'm out.